few years back, I always watch RX Muscle. I had Dave on a couple of weeks ago, man. Great interview. And you called it a few years back, and you said you watch and see these Middle Eastern bodybuilders are going to come out of the woodwork.
Yes.
And you must have called that, I don't know, 8-10 years ago. I don't remember. Maybe 8 years ago. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, these tremendous, I mean, they're coming from, Canada and Europe, but Middle East is just producing these champion bodybuilders, like with genetics like never seen before. Why? Where'd that come from?
Okay.
And why now?
Okay. So I'll give you I'll put the politically correct answer aside, and I'll give you the truth. Mm-hmm. Couple of reasons. Number one, genetics. You said it best. Middle Eastern have the best of black, best of white. Then you got Middle Eastern. Okay, that's number one. Okay, number two, no fear of drugs. Absolutely fearless.
Okay.
Talking 60 units of insulin a day. 60.
Jesus Christ, man.
30 to 40 IUs of growth a day. Maybe 10 anadrol a day. Handful. I tell this story all the time. I'm not going to mention names, but someone, when I did a seminar, was asking me how much D-ball do I take? And I was giving milligram doses of what I take, and they didn't understand. So I'm like, well, explain to me, how much do you take? He goes, about this much. No. And I said, and I couldn't understand. I looked at the guy, the interpreter next to me. I'm like, I don't understand. He goes, he's telling you, he pours it in his hand and it feels right. Then that's how much he takes.
Jesus Christ.
So when I hear things like that, I think to myself, okay, that's why they look the way they do. That's why they're coming up. That's why when they see, what you don't hear is what I hear. How many of them are dying per year?
Really?
Hundreds and hundreds of them are dying per year. Hundreds are dying per year. Mm-hmm. And it's just no fear. Now, the next one is accessibility. When I went to Iran and I did my seminars about 5 years ago, I had the best time in the world, and I got to see the country like nobody else. I mean, I was with the one percenters. Mm-hmm. So I got to see the amazing side, Bugattis and fucking mansions and parties. And I saw all that stuff, Every night around 2:00 in the morning, there was a pharmacy called All Star or Star something pharmacy in the middle of Tehran. All I said to the guy was, let's stop by. Sure. I will give him $10 American. $10 I would give him. What do you want? Give me a 50 IUs of growth. Give me 200 milligrams of test, and give me about 10 tabs of this and blah, 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 or a strip of this. $10. He'll go in, come back out, pharmaceutical grade. No prescription needed. Not just walk in, American dollar, walk out.
That's
so
amazing.
When you have that type of accessibility to real shit, of course you're going to start looking a certain way.
Yeah, and you're going to take as much as you possibly can.
And they don't care. And in every seminar I did, they didn't want to hear about food. They didn't want to hear about supplements. They didn't hear about training. How much GH do I take? How much insulin do I take? When do I take it? Where do I inject? Is there such thing as spot injections? This and that. That's all drugs. Drugs. And I believe me, I tried my hardest to explain to them. No, it's the food. I keep trying to pound food in their head. They're like, no, you guys in America, no, you guys lie. You lying to us.
Okay.